The moment this clip hit the internet, time stopped. Streams paused mid-laugh. Group chats went dead silent. And then the realization hit like a punch to the chest. Cenat was crying for real, not for content, not for clicks, but because his world had just collapsed in front of millions. But what turned heartbreak into a full-blown internet disaster wasn't the tears. It was who the internet dragged into the story next. Because within hours, one name started trending alongside Kai's pain. NBA Youngboy. And that's when everything went nuclear. Fans started connecting dots they wish they never saw. Old concert footage resurfaced, Kai in the crowd, crying tears of joy, screaming lyrics, living his dream as a fan. The same artist. The same night. The same man is now being whispered about in the worst chapter of Kai's personal life. The irony was so cruel it felt scripted. But this wasn't a movie. This was humiliation in real time. Then NBA Youngboy reacted, not with an apology, not with denial, not even with clarification, but with a cold, cryptic message that sent shockwaves across every platform. 3 words. No explanation. No emotion. Just enough to light the internet on fire and leave Kai exposed, embarrassed, and spiraling. Timelines exploded. Fans picked sides. Influencers rushed to go live. Alleged leaks flooded Twitter. Deleted posts became evidence. And suddenly this wasn't just about cheating rumors, it was about power, betrayal, and what happens when admiration turns into public heartbreak. Because when the most unpredictable rapper alive reacts to your pain without sympathy, the damage cuts deeper than anyone expected. And trust me, this story only gets darker from here. The fallout didn't start quietly. It detonated. The moment Cenat's emotional breakdown clip spread across the internet, something cracked in the culture. This wasn't a skit. This wasn't rage bait. This was raw, unscripted pain, the kind that makes even the loudest timelines go silent for a split second before chaos takes over. Kai wasn't yelling. He wasn't joking. He was spiraling, admitting there was another guy in the picture, clutching his head like the truth physically hurt. And the internet smelled blood. Within minutes, speculation turned feral. Screenshots flew. Old tweets were dug up like buried bones. Fans replayed every moment of Kai's relationship, dissecting smiles, pauses, body language, captions that once felt harmless but now looked suspicious. And then, almost like the algorithm itself wanted violence, one name started trending next to Kai's tears. NBA Youngboy. At first, people laughed it off. Too crazy. Too random. Too disrespectful. But then the clips resurfaced. Kai at an NBA Youngboy concert, crying uncontrollably, overwhelmed, living a fan's dream. His face soaked with emotion, arms in the air, screaming lyrics like they saved his life. People started stitching those videos side by side with Kai's recent breakdown. Joy next to devastation. Admiration next to humiliation. And suddenly, the joke stopped. Because the internet realized something terrifying. If the rumors were even remotely true, this wasn't just cheating. This was betrayal layered with power, status, and psychological damage. Kai didn't just allegedly lose his girl. He allegedly lost her to someone he respected. Someone untouchable. Someone who wouldn't even have to acknowledge the damage left behind. Then came the alleged insider whispers. Anonymous accounts claiming to be close to the situation started posting vague but explosive statements. This is worse than you'll think. Kai didn't find out the way you think he did. There were messages. None of it confirmed. All of it spreading like wildfire. Fans didn't care about verification. Emotion outran logic. People started dragging Kai's ex into the spotlight. Old live stream clips resurfaced where she talked about wanting an artist, someone tall, someone with money, someone powerful. Viewers rewatched those moments with new eyes, hearing double meanings that might not have been there at all, but felt real in the moment. Her past comments became weapons. Her silence became suspicious. Every post she didn't make became a statement. And then there were the alleged leaks. Supposed DMs, supposed voice notes. Screenshots that looked just real enough to cause damage, just blurry enough to deny. Conversations implying late-night calls. Messages hinting at secrecy. Nothing proven. Everything devastating. People started saying Kai didn't just stumble onto the truth. They claimed he was blindsided by something he never expected to see, from a source he never imagined would hurt him. The internet turned on itself. Some fans defended Kai fiercely, saying this was exactly why men don't open up, why vulnerability gets punished. Others mocked him, turning his pain into memes within hours. Crying edits. Soundboards. Reaction videos laughing at his breakdown. The same clip that made people gasp became content for people with no empathy. But behind the jokes, something darker was happening. Kai disappeared. No streams. No jokes. No mafia energy. Just silence. And silence from someone who lives online is deafening. People close to him allegedly said he wasn't okay. That the headache he mentioned wasn't just stress, it was emotional overload. That he felt embarrassed, not just hurt. Betrayed, not just sad. And then, without warning, NBA Youngboy posted. No long statement. No clarification. No denial. Just a cold, cryptic message that hit like a slap across the face: don't trust nothing. 3 words. That was it. The internet lost its mind. People interpreted it every possible way. Some said it was general life advice. Others said it was a direct shot. Some claimed it was confirmation without confirmation. The timing was brutal. Right as Kai's pain was peaking, right as speculation hit a boiling point, that message dropped and vanished like smoke. Creators went live instantly. Is this a response? Is this disrespect? Is this Youngboy saying the rumors are fake, or saying Kai was naive? The comment sections turned into war zones. YB fans defended him, saying he owes nobody an explanation, that rumors aren't facts. Kai supporters called it heartless, saying even silence would have been kinder. Meanwhile, alleged insiders doubled down. More vague posts. More's wait until part 2. More claims that there were conversations Kai never saw coming, that the truth wasn't just about cheating, but about manipulation, access, and power imbalance. That someone with money like Youngboy could change a person's entire lifestyle overnight. That temptation at that level doesn't look like temptation. It looks like destiny. Then DJ Academic's name got dragged into the mess. Fake tweets circulated claiming he broke the story first. He denied it publicly, showing receipts, saying his name was being used to legitimize rumors he never spread. But even that denial added fuel. If academics felt the need to step in, fans assumed there had to be something real underneath the noise. Kai finally posted again. Short. Heavy. I'm single. I will never be in another relationship again. No emojis. No jokes. No exaggeration. Just exhaustion. The internet froze for a moment. That wasn't content. That was someone giving up in real time. What hurt fans the most wasn't just the alleged betrayal. It was the imbalance. Kai is rich, famous, successful, and still ended up broken on camera. People started saying, if this can happen to him, it can happen to anyone. That idea terrified people. That money doesn't protect you. That admiration can turn into humiliation overnight. And the most disturbing part? NBA Youngboy never said another word. No follow-up. No explanation. Just silence. And silence, in moments like this, screams louder than denial. The internet was left spinning, piecing together fragments, arguing over rumors, watching Kai retreat into himself while the man at the center of speculation moved on untouched. But what no one realized yet was that this wasn't even the full story. Because behind the scenes, something else was brewing. Something involving messages that hadn't leaked yet. Something involving who knew what, and there's another guy in the picture. I got the meanest headache. The words landed like bricks. Not because they confirmed cheating, but because they confirmed something worse. He knew. And whatever he knew hurt enough to break him down completely. Fans immediately started asking the same question. How did he find out? That's when the so-called insiders really went to work. Anonymous accounts with no profile pictures, some newly created, others dormant for years, all started posting eerily similar hints. It wasn't a rumor. It wasn't a screenshot from a fan. It was sent to him. Sent. That word kept repeating. People claimed Kai received something directly, something he couldn't ignore, something that made the truth undeniable in a single moment. A message. A photo. A voice note. Nobody knew which. Everyone had a theory. Some claimed it was a DM meant for someone else that accidentally landed in Kai's inbox. Others said it was a message from someone trying to warn him, someone who felt guilty watching him be played publicly. A few even whispered that it came from someone in his own circle, someone who had seen things they couldn't unsee anymore. Nothing confirmed. Everything terrifying. As the theories grew, fans began dissecting NBA Youngboy's online behavior like it was a crime scene. Old lyrics were pulled apart, bars reinterpreted as subliminals. Instagram follows were analyzed. Who followed who unfollowed when, who liked what post and then unliked it. People noticed certain pages close to Youngboy posting cryptic captions about loyalty, trust, and money changing people. Screenshots spread instantly. Were they related? Coincidence didn't exist anymore. Then came the alleged reaction that pushed the story into overdrive. A supposed screen recording surfaced of NBA Youngboy laughing in the background of a FaceTime call while someone off-camera joked about streamer tears. The video was grainy, impossible to verify, but the damage was instant. Fans exploded. Comment sections filled with rage. Even people who didn't believe the cheating rumors felt sick watching Kai's pain seemingly turned into entertainment. Youngboy's fans pushed back hard. They called it fake. Clout chasing. Edited nonsense. And maybe it was. But once something fits a narrative, truth becomes secondary to emotion. The clip spread anyway. Reaction videos piled up. Streamers paused mid-broadcast to talk about it. The culture had chosen sides. Meanwhile, Kai stayed quiet. Too quiet. Days passed without a stream. No jokes. No mafia references. No chaotic energy. People close to him allegedly said he was isolating, replaying everything in his head, blaming himself. That's when another alleged leak surfaced. A text message, supposedly from Kai to a friend, saying, "I should have known. I ignored every sign." Those 8 words wrecked his fan base. Because now it wasn't just about her. It was about regret. About feeling stupid for trusting. And then, just when people thought the tension couldn't get worse, a new twist hit. Someone claimed NBA Youngboy didn't just stay silent. They claimed he reacted privately. According to multiple anonymous posts, Youngboy allegedly brushed the situation off, telling someone close to him that this internet stuff ain't real life. That one sentence, whether true or not, became gasoline. Fans interpreted it as indifference, as arrogance, as proof that the emotional damage left behind didn't matter to him at all. Creators went live debating power dynamics. One side argued that Youngboy owed Kai nothing, that fame doesn't equal friendship, that admiration doesn't create responsibility. The other side argued that morality doesn't disappear with money, that taking someone's partner, if that's what happened, crosses an unspoken line, especially when that person openly respected you. The debates turned ugly. Personal. Emotional. Then came the moment that flipped the narrative again. A woman claiming to be close to Kai's ex went live briefly, face hidden, voice altered. She didn't name names. She didn't confirm anything directly. But she said enough to make the internet gasp. She claimed Kai's ex felt overwhelmed by access, that she was suddenly exposed to a level of wealth and attention she wasn't prepared for, that someone made her feel like everything she wanted could be real immediately. That phrase stuck. Immediately. No waiting. No building. Just instant luxury, instant validation. The implication was clear without being spoken. And people connected the dots fast. Old clips of Kai's ex resurfaced again, this time of her talking about luxury being her love language, about wanting someone who could change her life. Fans who once defended her started turning. Others said it was unfair, that wanting a better life doesn't make someone a villain. The internet didn't care. The narrative had teeth now. And still, NBA Youngboy said nothing. No denial. No clarification. No, leave me out of this. Just silence and that one cold tweet echoing louder with every passing hour. Don't trust nothing. People started saying it felt less like advice and more like a warning. A message aimed at everyone watching. Or maybe at Kai specifically. Then another alleged insider bomb dropped. Someone claimed there was a second tweet scheduled that never got posted. A draft. Allegedly reading, "Pain is temporary. Lessons last forever." Nobody could verify it. But the idea that there was more left unsaid sent fans spiraling again. What did he almost say? Who stopped him? Or did he stop himself? At the same time, Kai supporters began noticing something chilling. Several people in his inner circle quietly unfollowed his ex. No announcements. No drama. Just silent distance. That kind of move speaks volumes in influencer culture. It suggested that whatever happened wasn't just internet noise. It was real enough for people close to Kai to draw lines. Then Kai finally broke the silence again, briefly, during a late-night appearance on someone else's stream. He didn't address names. He didn't explain the details. He just said one thing that froze the chat. I don't think people realize how fast your whole world can flip when the person you trust the most moves differently. The clip went viral instantly. People read between every word. Moves differently. Not cheated. Not lied. Different. Like someone he didn't recognize anymore. The emotional weight of that moment changed everything. The jokes slowed down. The memes felt colder. Because now it wasn't funny anymore. It was watching someone process betrayal in real time while millions judged from a distance. And just when it felt like the story had hit its emotional peak, one final rumor started spreading quietly, dangerously. That there was one more piece of evidence out there. Something Kai had seen but refused to release. Something that would end the debate instantly, but at a cost he wasn't willing to pay. If that rumor is true, then silence isn't a weakness. It's restraint. And whatever that unseen proof contains might be explosive enough to change how everyone sees this situation forever. By the time the third wave hit, the internet wasn't just reacting anymore. It was holding its breath. Because the energy had shifted from messy gossip to something darker, heavier, almost uncomfortable to watch unfold. The jokes stopped landing. The memes slowed down. And people started realizing they might be watching someone break in real time while another figure stood untouched at the center of the storm. What changed everything was a quiet move nobody expected from Kai. No announcement. No dramatic stream title. Just a sudden change in behavior that longtime fans noticed instantly. His inner circle tightened. His streams, when they finally returned, felt different. Less chaotic. Less loud. More controlled. People who had watched him for years said his eyes looked different. Like someone who'd seen something they couldn't unsee. That's when the rumors about the final receipt started getting louder. According to multiple accounts claiming proximity to Kai's camp, there was allegedly one piece of evidence that confirmed everything for him in seconds. Not speculation. Not interpretation. Something direct. Something undeniable. And the reason it never leaked wasn't because it didn't exist. It was because releasing it would have crossed a line he wasn't ready to cross. That detail flipped public opinion again. Suddenly, Kai wasn't the heartbroken streamer being clowned online. Why did the reaction always land on Kai? Why was the emotional fallout treated like content? Why did the person with the most influence walk away untouched while the younger, more open figure absorbed all the damage? Then came the moment that made everything feel real. A clip resurfaced from months earlier of Kai talking on stream about loyalty. At the time, it felt like filler. Just another late-night conversation with chat. But now, people heard it differently. "I don't care how much money you got," he said back then. "If you move weird, you move weird." That clip went viral again, this time framed as foreshadowing. Fans flooded the comments with heartbreak emojis, saying he called it before it happened. At the same time, alleged insiders claimed Kai had turned down multiple interview offers. Big platforms. Big checks. Big chances to tell his side. He refused them all. Supposedly telling someone close to him, "I'm not letting my worst moment become content for someone else." That line hit hard. Because it separated him from the noise. He wasn't chasing sympathy. He was protecting what was left of himself. Meanwhile, NBA Youngboy remained completely detached from the chaos. No clarification. No denial. No empathy. Just music drops, promo posts, and that same energy he's always had. For some fans, that was normal. For others, it felt cold. The contrast between Kai's visible pain and Youngboy's indifference became the story itself. Then another rumor slid into the timeline quietly, almost missed. Someone claimed that Kai and Youngboy had actually crossed paths after everything went down. Not publicly. Not violently. Just a brief, tense encounter where no words were exchanged. Just eye contact. The rumor said Kai walked away first. Whether true or not, that image stuck. Two worlds colliding for a second, then separating forever. What made this chapter hit harder was the reaction from people who'd been laughing at Kai weeks earlier. The tone shifted. Comments changed from jokes to apologies. "I thought this was funny at first, but now. Watching this back, that was pain. We gotta stop clowning heartbreak." The culture started checking itself, at least a little. And then came the final twist that nobody saw coming. A new wave of speculation suggested that this entire situation forced Kai to make a major life decision behind the scenes. Allegedly stepping back from relationships entirely. Allegedly cutting off people who only showed up when things were good. Allegedly choosing peace over access. Nothing confirmed. But the way his circle changed, the way his content slowed, the way his energy recalibrated, it all pointed to growth forged through damage. The story stopped being about cheating rumors and started being about power, silence, and consequence. Was NBA Youngboy wrong? The internet still debates that daily. Was Kai naive? Some say yes. Others say trusting isn't a flaw, it's a risk everyone takes. Was he